You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. And now, on to the show.
Last time on What's Your Damage?
So what the fuck kind of thing are you running here? They have kobolds, they have a bugbear, they have been stabbed and knocked to kingdom come time and time again and healed. So like how many run-throughs have you had of this?
The mask slips a little bit, and you can see that they don't even really look mammalian. They look like something that came from the sea.
Who the hell are you?
We provide a service in which people who are looking for adventure come and get to experience life adventure without the risk of adventure.
Do y'all have a manager here?
They look at each other and start to giggle. Would you all like to meet him? They are displeased with the experience. This darkness is enormous, and these dark red eyes suddenly open.
That was quicker this time. Well, let's start over again.
You find yourselves in a tavern. Hello, adventurers. We're going to a distant land.
Okay.
My name is Bebop and I don't know where I am. Ha cha cha!
He's holding out his sword in like what you can only imagine is probably what he does whenever he sees a mirror and is alone with himself, which is making a hero pose.
Nice self-insertion.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Ready, fellows?
I mean, they're not really doing anything.
Charge, he says.
Shit. Was any lesson learned?
You go first.
Nope, not the lesson.
As our tale begins again, although you have the distinct impression that just a moment ago you were saying something terribly important, that cannot be. And as the fleeting feeling passes, you find yourself in a finely appointed room. Its supernaturally lit interiors take just a moment for your eyes to adjust to as you see a room filled with strangers, all like you, facing ahead. In front of you is a clearance. Behind that, people in white uniforms with pink suspenders and yellow ties stand at the corner of the room. Next to the door that leads to the kitchen, at the room, behind it, not 10 paces, drawing your eye against the stark white wall, stands a murky blue door. As it catches your eye, not a moment later, it transfigures into a slender shape right before it opens. And as the shape steps through with not a millimeter of clearance, you see a half-elf woman with a bouffant of towering black hair that nearly skirts on this side of parody. She swishes towards the spot at the front of the room, her smile just a little wider than is comfortable. She is wearing a black dress with a silver heart. As she passes by you, Wobbles, who you are sat across from a rather impressive-looking half-orc woman with a faux hawk, which also matches a tiefling woman with a faux hawk. This figure with the towering black bouffant touches you on the shoulder and says, "You're not too nervous, are you?"
Kinda nervous, honestly. I don't know where I am.
And you get hit with calm emotions. She goes, "Do you feel better now?"
Oh yeah, I'm peachy as a peach.
If you could bottle that and sell it,
I know. I won. God. Okay, get yourself together. Serious. It's serious business now. Okay. She stands before you and she goes, I'm very glad to hear that, Wobbles. Hello, one and all. Welcome to the first inaugural rapid fellowing. We are on a very treacherous ground where land mammals, forgive me, where the ground folk, regular folk and animals are nearly at our door every day. I have with me an assistant, she says, as the door that she arrived from suddenly transforms into a very small shape, and coming through it is a little red kobold who wobbles his way, or I like
Waggles?
Waggles? Yeah.
Is he wobbling or waggling?
He's doing kind of both, and he's really pulling it off, I think. He stands beside her, and she goes, yes, we have so many terrible marauders who come and try to attack our kobolds. Yes. So we need you to rapid fellow so that we can have good defenses against all these horrible, no good people. So let us begin, she says. What I would like to do, instead of repeating the exact same thing, I would like a series of cuts as you talk to various people. So as we cut around the table, we hear...
And the first time I touched one of those gems, that's when I realized glittery pink was my favorite color.
As the person across from you nods and touches your hand, and nods again. Just to their left, we overhear.
You and I both know it only hurt your reputation to be aligned with me right now.
And in response, we hear another person say,
it's weird I'm not freaked out. And it's even weirder I'm not freaked out about not being freaked out. What a day.
I forgot I was across from Waggles.
and then we hear...
Well, I thought my favorite flavor was chocolate, but then I tried chocolate and coconut, and oh my gosh, it's like a party in your mouth.
And finally we overhear.
I really don't think that's my kind of party. But you do you, hun.
Oh, I will.
And with that, we hear a ding as Corgan LeFay at the very front goes, oh, that was so very good. Yes. I think, as she holds out something and Wobbles, my friend, my dear, dear, calm friend, I would love for you to take a closer look at that little... do you think you would have been interested in the kobold, or would you just be super in your head about not being freaked out right now when you should be freaked out?
I'd be interested the second I saw his wobbling gait.
You notice that this little kobold, he's keeping very close to Corgan LeFay, not being more than, let's say, 2 feet away from her at any time as she kind of swishes back and forth in the room. As she walks past you with him in tow, and they go behind you as you are talking to yet another person, you notice that he has multiple knife wounds or healed knife wounds. And danged if you don't remember knifing a kobold. Was it this one? I'm not sure if you would know that, but you do remember knifing a kobold at some point. As they return to the front of the room, and she goes, yes, let's look at all of our data. Yes, I think we're going to... You all did so wonderful, and you all liked each other so very much. Yes, I think I'm going to do something different this time. She stops for a moment. Yes. And I'm going to say we have 5 separate teams. Yes, team number 1 is the tiefling woman, the purple one. So you're your own team, and I think you like it that way.
Okot raises her hand.
Yes, you. Okot, I think you will be a team of 1, as you would prefer.
Okay. Never mind.
Yes, excellent. And,
Puts your hand down.
oh, did you have a question? I'm so sorry.
Nope.
Oh, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But that's okay. That's okay, she says as she turns to Verseverin. She goes, Verseverin, you will be another team. You will be a team that is responsible for healing the other adventurers, yes?
I once made a shot that I didn't take. That was a day.
Okay, I'm going to say that the kobold goes like, laughing. As he totally gets you. He understands you immediately.
Bokat's like, I like this guy.
Yeah, I think the kobold also likes this guy. So, Wobbles, you notice that for the first time, this little kobold, after laughing, is like kind of making he's wobbling, waggling, and toddling over to the open seat between you, Luwei, and across from our friend Verseverin, as he plops into the seat next to you, Wobbles. He looks pretty proud of himself for doing that. And she goes, yes, Verseverin will be a healer who doesn't have to fight. The Riz, you shall be your own team so that you don't have to worry about any of those connections you don't want to come out. And for Wobbles, the very calm Wobbles, you will be in the team that is farthest away from Riz. Yes. And also that leaves as she looks at Luwei.
I raise my hand now.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Are we doing it by height? Is that why I'm furthest away?
It is not often that I get to see a beautiful mind, and I just have. Thank you. Yes.
Who's taller, me or the kobold?
You've got him by a very slight margin, but I don't know how much of that is at.
Excuse me, miss. Maybe it's because my eyes are sharper, but I'm a bit taller than the kobold here, which is a monster I'm not even freaked out by.
They're not monsters.
Ooh, as Luwei says that, the kobold just kind of looks at Luwei, and he seems very intrigued by you. And she goes, yes, oh, you know what is so dastardly, Luwei, about these marauders? Yes. They especially dislike kobolds. Oh no, so we protect them. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, you will be in charge of protecting kobolds, I suspect. Yes. Okay, team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you remember your team numbers? We didn't assign them, but I'm assuming that you'll remember them based on the order in which I called them.
I wasn't paying attention.
You were team 1. You were the first one I said.
Yeah, thanks.
So.
I have a question.
She says, and then puts her hand up.
No, raise your hand, then ask the question when I call on you. Yes?
She puts her hand down and then immediately raises it again.
Okay, with no further questions. Yes, we will continue on.
Excuse me,
I
miss?
think your eyes again. There was another question.
Yeah, there was definitely another question.
Okat's desperately trying to think of another question to tack on after whenever this question happened.
What was that?
Well, the question that I had was...
Nope, talking to Wobbles right now. What was that, Wobbles?
Oh, yeah, it was actually about her question. I observed with my power of observation that there was another hand that went up in the air. It was Luwei.
Okay, great. Love that for me. Okay, next, Riz, you said something too?
Yeah, hun, what was your question?
And Riz, right now, I think because you got an 18, if I remember correctly, on your save.
I did.
For some reason, out of all the adventuring party, the adventuring speed dating, for some reason you felt like a somewhat kinship with Wobbles almost immediately as soon as he talked about how calm he was and how he wasn't at all freaked out by how calm he was given the givens. I don't know if you're like, oh, I remember this guy. It's just like he has much like Verseverin, he has good vibes and good vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Apparently I missed you. Yes. Loewe.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Wobbles and Rez. Y'all, you guys are the best. So I was actually just gonna say, there's only 5 of us. Wouldn't it just be more efficient if we were all in a party together?
Oh, no, because, and she motions to the room, because you have so many other people who wish to join you. Yes. Including Mr. Peridot, she says, as this man looks rather chastened and sorrowful in the table closest to the door.
Yeah, but Miss, excuse me for butting in and,
Oh, I've come to expect it from you, yes? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. That's a little weird. Here's the thing is we've all spent time getting to know each other. So, we've built a rapport, Wobbles, man, I just get such a good vibe from you.
Oh, and she pulls up a report. She goes no, that is the tragic thing of it. None of you are actually compatible with one another. So we're doing this for your best interest. I'm so sorry to say that, considering how there's something in linguistics that we call false friends, in which, sadly, were you to pursue this course, you would all fall under. Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check this lady?
Yeah, of course.
I like to insight check on how much bullshit she's feeding me right now.
Okot raises her hand.
Oh, okay. Okot thought of her. Okay, perfect. And that was
I rolled a 19 on my insight.
A 19. She also rolled well, but she did not roll a 19 well. So, okay, I'm going to resolve it this way. She's definitely feeding you some tripe. Although you guys have been put together and you guys did most of the speed adventuring, it seems like there's as you noticed, there's a special keenness on the 5 of you. And there is also a reason for her wanting to keep you separate. As she goes, yes, Okot.
So I would actually, before I ask my question, this is out of character, I would like to roll deception. Because I'm kind of picking up on there's some weird vibe going on with her. There's something she doesn't want us to figure out. Mm-hmm. So I would like to ask my question as if I have already figured it out.
Okay, then if you want to, so you want to ask your question as if you already figured it out. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right.
12. Okay.
All right. So here's you. I'm going to put as much mustard on this as I can, and you tell me how I did.
Okay.
So, we're not allowed to work together because we would be false friends. Is that correct? Is that what you said?
Yes, exactly.
Well, then tell me why your accent just changed from French to Irish.
Oh, because, I don't know what those two...
She's giving her the glare.
I don't know what those are.
She puts her hand back up.
That's what I thought.
Yes, back to Loewe again.
So, you said that we can't be on teams together because other people want to be on teams with us, but you just said that each of us is on a team by ourselves, not with anybody else. So I'm having trouble understanding that.
I thought we were being paired up by height.
Yeah, the math doesn't add up on that.
Or you could just tell us what it is exactly you want done, and we could just go get it done our own way.
No, she says. Actually, let me think about that, she says. Yes, let me think about that. I want everybody here to give me a perception check.
Gladly.
Someone did good. Oh, me!
Oh, nat 20.
What does it mean when you don't realize you were the person who got a natural 20 on a perception?
It means that there were too many dice rolling at the same time and you weren't paying attention to which was
Thank you.
which.
What'd you get, Persephone?
A nat 20, baby. 22 though.
Okay. And everybody else got lower than that. I will say, yeah, even though Luwewe rolled very well, she rolled an 18. Didn't pass this one due to how well the player was playing, the opponent was playing, or the luck of their roll is a better way to say it.
What are you saying? There's no good way to say it. I have no idea what you're saying.
As she's listening to this, and she's like, as everybody is trying to be like, we should team together, or we should just do it on our own, or blank and blank and blank. She goes, oh, yes, very good, very good. As the only person who notices this would be Verseverin. She hits a button on the bar behind her, and suddenly a siren starts, and red lights are flashing. It's like, oh no, we are being attacked, she says. As you start to hear the heavy footsteps of very large creatures rounding the corner.
Okat raises her hand. You haven't given us our assignments yet. What are we supposed to be doing?
Team 1, go out there and fight them by yourself then. And then Team 2...
Bye. I do that.
Team 2, heal her if you can. Team 3, help her. Team 4, you stay inside. Team 5, you stay inside and mind the kobold. Yes, that will do, she says.
Help her.
Practically seems like a poor plan.
It really does.
Holding up her hand. What are we fighting, and why are we fighting it when you're like the proprietors supposedly of this place, and shouldn't you be the one protecting us, the patrons?
Actually, and she pulls this up, she goes, you were looking for a life of adventure, and here it is. It's come to your literal doorstep. So
Okat's already out the door.
As Okat rushes out the door.
Oh, good. So I don't have to walk over the table?
No.
Too late.
Okat rushes out.
As Okat rushes out, what does Verseverin do?
Well, I was gonna go just not very slyly, because I know that's not my skill set. Look, just like tip my head, lean down, tip my head back, look behind the bar. But to get there, I looked like I was boxed in, so I climbed up over the table.
So as I think you just see Corgan just look at you as you get on the table, walk down, and try to surreptitiously look behind the table, and she positions herself in front of it, trying to block your view. What's the Riz doing?
I'm getting up. I'm walking by. I'm walking slow. I am not in any fucking rush here. And I'm gonna walk by, and I'm just gonna, like, as I'm walking, I'm looking at Wobbles, and I'm like, just trying to, like, why do I feel like I know you? Just gonna catch his eye as I slowly walk by. He may be intimidated, I don't know, but
Have we met each other in another life?
Okay, how would he convey this? Wobbles kind of wants to just be like, just convey something sort of like something's fishy, but I know you're cool.
yeah. Riz will like just give you like a little nod, just like the little like head tilt. Like
It's a very nuanced eyebrow raise.
Yeah, there you go. Like yeah.
Camera zooms in on face. Good eyebrow. Zooms in on the other face. Reciprocated nod.
As Riz slowly heads out, when Wobbles gives the most nuanced eyebrow raise, what is Luwewe doing?
Her gaze keeps cutting toward the door. She's hearing these noises and not liking them. But since Corgan is distracted, I think she leans in and whispers to the kobold in Draconic.
Hi, I know we haven't really been introduced, but like, she said there are other kobolds. Where are they?
I'll say this. As he looks at you, his face softens immediately. And as he opens his mouth to speak, we cut to Okot Verseverin being blocked.
Rude.
Verseverin being blocked, and then I think joining Okot to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the Riz kind of catching up. As Okot, you get to the door. You see out the window, there's at least one bugbear out there who is smoking a ciggy. He has a big blade, and he yells out in their language, which is Goblin. Which, do you know Goblin?
I do not.
He yells.
I don't know why I'm even looking at my character sheet. Why on earth would I know Goblin?
Does anybody here know Goblin?
No.
Love that for me. He yells out something in a language you don't understand, but he looks menacing smoking that ciggy.
Look how waves.
And he takes the blade that or the club in his hand, and he makes a slashing of the throat gesture.
Okot looks around like, who, me?
And he nods like, yeah. He points the club at you and then repeats it.
She kind of shrugs like, well, fine, if that's the way you want it.
And then do you step out or do you stay in the landing?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
Okot's good out here. Where the battles are.
I don't know about good, but Okot's out here.
Okay, you have 4 of these bugbears looking rather menacingly. You can see just their big, burly backsides peeking out from behind a group of somewhat large rocks 10 feet in front of the door. So like they're hiding, like they're going to surprise you. But you see their big backsides. I don't think it's a surprise, but they do have cover. As you step outside, the one who motioned with the club to you says something in Goblin again. The one who is not behind rock cover of these 4 looks at him and says, "They don't speak that." And he goes, "Oh, okay. I am Thrang the Conqueror. Prepare to get conquered," he says as he rushes towards you with his club at the ready.
Can I take a bonus action?
Roll me a acrobatics check to see if you get this off before you bonus it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Acrobatics. 7 acrobatics. I don't do the thing.
So, yeah, with a 7, unfortunately, you don't get the bonus action before this, but we shall see what happens. So, everybody?
Well, Okot is at least part of the way through saying, "Krang, nice to meet you."
Oh, if you want, that's a free action, my dude.
Well,
yeah,
the bonus action was going to be activating my arms of the astral self while I said it.
Got you. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That would have been, that's a cool play, but with the combat.
Instead I get cut off trying to be polite.
While all this is going on, can Wobbles just kind of read the room in the tavern? Specifically everyone but what's her name? Irish French lady.
Corgan?
Yeah, Corgan.
Okay, so he's trying to get a vibe check from everybody but her. I
Well,
love that.
Yeah, basically just the general vibe, and if anyone is like especially different from the rest. So kind of like, yeah, two-part, basically general vibe and then any standouts.
Okay, I like that. That's an interesting idea. The general makeup of this is these adventurers are kind of petrified of this attack that's apparently going to go on, as they watch with bated breath as the adventurers who are on separate teams all band together, minus two, because they were distinctly told to stay back, set out to confront what looks like Thrang the Conqueror.
Krang, damn it, I got his name wrong. I called him Krang. That must be so offensive.
The potion dealer, man, he does not give a rip. And suddenly he catches a look from Corgan and immediately goes into the back.
To give a rip. He's not allowed to do that in front of customers.
So everyone's freaked out except guy who just bolted.
Yeah, the potion salesman, he doesn't really. Yeah, this doesn't matter to him really.
Just ripped one.
Yeah, he just ripped one right proper. So the way for you to be able to roll initiative is, do you see on? Well, Ray, do you want to explain this? I feel like you're better at this than I am.
I found this already.
You can just roll it from the little quick bar up top where your character is. Like, there's multiple paths, but that's the easiest one.
I think I rolled badly.
Oh no!
Again.
Ooh.
Wow, I rolled real bad.
The dice are not
I
with
rolled
y'all
great.
tonight.
Unfortunately, the party caught a little bit flat-footed by this Thrang the Conqueror, ready to fucking Thrang the hell out of this. He rushes towards the party, just going to try to get a good old whack on our friend who misremembered his name.
How
And
dare
is still
you?
like in the midst of reaching out her hand to shake his and say, "Nice to meet you. My name's Okot." So I imagine this will happen fairly quickly.
Okay, let's see if
It's like
that
in
actually.
slow motion. Noise to move.
As you are doing that, his club, the one that he menaced you with, comes down, hits you squarely on your side.
Ow.
Yeah, ow. Dealing you 5 points of damage.
Ow.
He is out. He is in front of you as the other one rushes up on the Riz.
Oh, shit.
As the other one rushes up on Riz, also tries much the same thing.
Rude.
Oh, I'm going to guess that a 21 hits you, Riz.
It does. Thanks.
Riz, you, I think, also is happening in slow motion as, what was it, Sadie? Ouch. Is that what you said?
Ow. Shit.
At the this guy brings his club to hit you, Riz, dealing you a hefty 4 points of damage.
Rude.
As the other two peek out from behind their rocks, seeing it, and just kind of waiting to see what develops. Berseverin, you are the first one up. You have just seen out as Riz gets hit also in the side. What would you like to do?
You may not take our kobold friend. And then I'm going to cast
Oh, damn.
a fairy fire.
Whoa.
Nice.
Each object in a 20-foot cube outlined in any creature in the area with the spell is cast is also lined and outlined if it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration. Objects affected by dim light. Okay, so you are trying to outline them. Do you want to outline them in violet, blue, or green?
Violet?
Okay,
Violet.
perfect. So I'm going to see if they pass their dex. Okay, one fails. One mega fails. You see the one who is right next to Riz just have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z when they power up? This dude just Super Saiyans Fairy Fire Violet. Riz, he's so bright that you kind of squint your eyes a little bit at it, but you know that he is very easy to hit now.
And he thinks he's the baddest bugbear that's ever been.
Yeah, he does. He's like, what? As the one in the back did not get hit by the fairy fire, did not pass his dex saving throw. Okay, perfect. So just for the two people who are in the front right now, your attacks will have advantage on these guys. The one right in front of you, Okot, and the one and the Super Saiyan Bugbear next to you, Riz. Okay, Okot.
Krang? Was it Krang? Is it Krang? Is it Krang? Okay. And she's gonna... I'm gonna summon my arms of the astral self.
Okay, perfect.
So I spend a key. Both of the bugbears are within 10 feet of me, right?
I believe so, yes. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So they must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d4 force damage.
I don't love this for them.
Really?
Since they're not especially dexterous.
Oh, that's too bad. I did just click a button. Sorry. Can I undo it?
You rolled the you did, Sadie.
I did roll the damage.
You did roll the
Sorry.
damage. No, that's perfectly fine.
If it hits, you're committed.
Because both of these guys failed their saving throws.
Cool. They take 3 damage.
They take 3 damage apiece, and you take them and you hit them with force damage. So, spectral arms of the astral self. You spend 1 key point in some of the arms. When you do so, each creature of your choice. I mean, this is doing some like real anime shit right now. Because all of a sudden, as this guy.
But the way that my astral arms look is that when I cast it, my horns grow longer and wrap themselves around my arms.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, okay, that's awesome. So so
it's like astral projections of my horns wrapped around my arms, like fucking armor.
That kicks fucking ass.
Thank you.
As the one who was Gokuing right next to Riz, as he's fucking bam, he gets hit with that spectral arm with Okot's horns wrapped around him, and the one who's like, it's Thrain, gets fucking punched right in his gob with the spectral arm.
And then there's that slow motion shot of both of them flying through the air backwards with surprise in their eyes. If we're gonna keep with the anime theme, like I can do this.
So, yeah, absolutely. So,
just enough anime.
just enough to be dangerous, like Darkwing Duck.
No, I know what I'm saying is I have seen the right amount of anime, whatever that is. It's the right amount. And I've seen it.
Okay, that's perfect. Riz, as these two fools are getting punched right in the gob and full of violent surprise, what do you do? Do you give them a violent surprise?
Violent surprise. That's God's stripper name.
Oh God!
No.
Sorry, please continue.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yes.
Well, no, because like the one right next to me like pissed me off, so I'm just gonna like fucking whack him with my mace.
Oh no, me gusta. What did you roll, my friend?
Rolled a nat 20 for 25 total.
No. No.
That's a critical hit.
No. I don't want it.
I feel like I should be asked a question.
I feel like this is the B plot of the anime somehow. It cuts between this amazing battle and some frog and a pawn just going, no me gusta.
So what does this look like, Riz?
And for my 8 damage, I just cream him?
What does it look anime style?
No.
Oh, what's your damage? There, that's the question that you meant to ask. You wanted me to ask.
Laid it out for you, man.
I know. Hey, look, I never did improv.
You're perfect to teach a class.
I'm just a teacher.
I just teach it, baby.
Elliot doesn't yes and he only no buts.
No. Yeah, exactly. So anime style okay, hold on. Smooth cut. Hey, Riz, thanks for that super great setup that I caught immediately. What's your damage?
That's 8 points of damage to this loser.
This loser gets 8 points of damage as I feel like Swing Away, Riz, would be in an M. Night Shyamalan movie. What happens?
No, I think that's exactly what she does. I feel like this guy like came up, whacked her, got totally like bitch slapped by Okan. And then she's just gonna like wind it up and just like underneath his jaw and just send him like flying up and back.
Yes.
As she does.
Sorry, I have the cinematics for this in my head though.
Yes.
Like it's close up on her fist as it connects with his jaw, his feet flying through the air, and then Riz and Okan turn to each other and high five with like one of those anime bursts around it, like the white guitar, like.
Yeah.
High five your spectral horn hand.
Oh, that's badass.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Luwewe, Sadie Blake as Okan, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Perseveron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore for all needs to know. There's also going to be a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes upon release, because we think that's super important. And for those of you that want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's WYDPODD on Instagram and Threads, as well as a bunch of others listed on our website. In case you don't like those first two, you can find us elsewhere, because if there's a place to be, we're probably there already. So, please stop by, say hi. We would all genuinely love to hear from you.
Well, then tell me why your accent just changed from French to Irish.